John, don't touch me. A woman in her mid 30s tried to touch your face when you yanked her hand away. Women, you are getting mad at my touch, but later on, a man will cherish every part of your body. Jan, don't you feel any shame? Being a woman, how could you do this to other women? She grabbed your face in a rough grip. Women, let's not put any makeup. Even with these marks, we'll get a good price. Saying that she forcibly made you wear a white sleeveless gown that was showing your curves perfectly. Then she started dragging you out of the room. Jan, where are you taking me? We will get a perfect demon for you. It was the same club from the last night. Now it was filled with many traders and mafias. Girls were served as a meal. Those hungry wolves stared at them and set a price. Then those girls were sold to the one who made the highest price. Now it's your turn. That woman pushed you to the center and made you sit on your knees. 1 million. A voice came and tears started flowing from your eyes. You clenched your dress to not escape any sob. 1,010,000. Another voice came and you wished that the gold floor just swallows you. Come on, my man. This will pleasure you to her level best. That woman said shamelessly to coax the buyers. Those hungry wolves made a howling sound. You felt dizzy and shut your eyes. 3 million. Your head was spinning, and at last many voices shut everyone's mouth. 5 million once. She did it for 3 times and then clapped. Congratulations, Mr. Hunter. This prey is yours. A man started dragging you somewhere. You opened your eyes and tried to get free, but it was impossible. The tattooed man pushed you, making you land on the floor. Man, be a good and make your buyer satisfied, or he might get angry. Don't do this, please. Hunter will hunt you and will enjoy your screams. Saying that, he left and you hugged your knees, crying all your tears out. Soon you heard heavy footsteps approaching the room. With chaotic mind, you got under the bed. The doorknob rattled, and you saw sleek black polished shoes. You put your hand at your mouth and abruptly closed your eyes. A shrill scream escaped from your lips when he snatched you with your ankle. You insanely started dragging. Calm down. You didn't hear his soft voice in your screamings. His strong arms were clutching around you, and your back was touching his chest. You took your nails in his arms, causing him to wince in pain. Then, in one go, he turned you around, and your eyes locked with him. Calm down, I will not hurt you. You heard his voice clearly, but you couldn't believe at your eyes. Your hand went towards his face, and you touched him with your slender fingers. Taehyung. Hearing his name from your made him feel so light. You hugged him tightly and let your tears wet his coat. He also wrapped his arms around you. You were saying something, but in between cries, words were not clear. He kept patting your back to relax you. Then you stopped crying. Little sobbings were still heard. He separated you softly, tugging few locks behind your ears. Who did that? He asked, trailing his fingers at marks. You sniffed before speaking. That tattooed man. He slapped me for 2 times. It hurt a lot. He even called me with bad names. You were complaining him with pouts, looking cute. But imagining all this happening to you made his eyes bloodshot. You were looking down, thinking about your condition. He controlled his anger for now. He held your face softly, making you look into his eyes that were holding soft emotions for you. He leaned at your face and placed several kisses, soothing the pain you felt new, so satisfying. Let's go from here. But Hunter, I was sold to him. You again looked down like it was your fault. Hey, look at me. You are not sold to anyone. Never say that again. I heard that Hunter is very dangerous. No one can be more dangerous than me. Then he took you in his embrace and you left that place with him. You were looking out of window, enjoying the cold breeze. You couldn't believe that you were free and safe. You thought you will be stuck there forever. You looked at Taehyung. He was driving with cold expressions. You shrugged and didn't bother to ask. You reached mansion. Mrs. Miles gave you something to eat and applied some medicine at your face. You were eating fast since you were very hungry. After finishing your meal, you looked at Taehyung, who was observing you sternly. Ta, are you done? You just nodded, being unable to understand this polar bear. He took the bowl from your hand and placed it at the table. Now tell me why you ran away. Jan, I didn't run away. I escaped because you kidnapped me and kept me here out of my will. So you don't even realize what mistake you made. I didn't make any mistake. Then why the hell you ran away? Mrs. Miles told me that you will kill me. He immediately turned his face towards Mrs. Miles, who looked troubled. That was because she always used to curse you. My tongue slipped. I am sorry. Then he again turned towards you. You cursed me. He was shocked, and you were as good as dead. You couldn't deny the truth and looked down. He pulled you up, making you stand. Look at me when I talk. You looked at him with cherry eyes. That dramatic night, and now his behavior made you weak. Before he could regret at his tone, you started crying in a loud voice. Mrs. Miles made an irritated face at your shrill voice, but Taehyung was standing dumbfounded. Why are you crying like this? You stopped instantly. Because you scolded me. Don't cry, I will not scold you again. Okay. That was quite fast. Let me take you to our room. You could walk, but he still picked you up in bridal style. Our room? You will be staying with me. Your face changed color at imagining wild visions. He placed you on the bed gently and sat near you. How are you feeling now? Better. Do you want something? No. He wanted to converse long, but you were not helping. He removed the hairs from your neck, getting a clear look. He moved a little more closer, and you put your hands at his chest, stopping him. He placed his hand at yours and closed his eyes. You were gazing his beautiful, calm face. You remember how you touched his face, but now you wanted to touch his lips, and you did. You rubbed his lower lip with your thumb. He opened his eyes, and you realized what you did. You pulled back your hand. He was pissed, extremely pissed. You tried to get away when he held your neck and back and pulled you towards himself. Finish what you started. His tone was authoritative. Hesitantly, you moved closer and gently put your at his. You felt electrifying grunt. You slowly moved your, but he deepened the pressing you more into him. His one hand was at your neck and other at your back. You were completely engaged by him. You, when he entered, devouring your, he removed the from your right shoulder and made you lay on the bed. He broke the and looked into your eyes. If something had happened to you, I would have lost everything. He was caressing your cheek with his thumb. I love you, Jan. I wanted to tell you this when we first time met, but you didn't give me any chance. You opened your mouth to say something, but before that his were on your bare and you held his shirt tightly. I can give you some time to love me back, but not too much time. His breath was fanning your skin and you were losing yourself at that sensation. If you will not stop me, I will be out of control. You blushed so strong. Yeah, go out. I need to rest. You can rest with me. He laid beside you and pulled you in his arms. Now sleep. Like this? Yeah. Or do you want me to continue what we were doing? No. He laughed at your fast reply, and you just snuggled more in his chest.